Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hot Takes. We are the best podcast in the world. How you feel about that?
Hot takes with the hottest wings and even hotter questions.
And the hottest guys. Yeah.
I'm back at school and I couldn't be asked to put my mic arm thing on my desk. So I'm holding my mic today. I feel like I'm at a concert.
It's all in shambles today.
Yeah, we're running on empty. We're all late.
Well, one of us was very late.
I beg to differ. I beg to disagree on that one.
Tea time.
You, sir, were late too.
My internet cut out. I was in here for half an hour.
So Nate and I were sitting here and waiting for Talal for easy half hour. So Nate's internet cuts out. 30 seconds later, Talal enters the Zoom call, and then Talal goes, "I'm going to be right back," and Nate comes back in. So
listen. In my defense, I told you guys where I was.
Yes, that's valid. That's valid.
I'm not just late just because I chose to be late. Like I was out there, and then I came back, and I was like, "I'm here. That's it."
Out in the streets.
Exactly.
He was out literally getting bread.
Actually, that's actually true. I was literally getting bread. You're not wrong. I was at the grocery store. I was actually kidding.
All right. Yeah. So our thing today is we each have a couple of hot takes that we're going to share. We're all going to contribute a couple. We're going to argue around on how the other person is wrong for your entertainment. I hope you enjoy it. So I'm going to start us off. I think that going to the beach is super overrated. It's super hot and super annoying. I enjoy if like my family goes on vacation, we go to a lake house in Michigan over the beach the last 6 or 7 years.
Mike, have you ever been to Deep Creek, Maryland?
Yes, I have.
So I used to go all the time growing up, almost like every year. And I went and took Anya this past summer. We went out on a day trip. We went there, and she was having a blast. She enjoyed it, and I was just standing there like, this is not what I remember.
So what I went once, and it was just this year.
Okay.
Over Thanksgiving for a wedding.
Why would you do that?
My cousin was getting married, but it was cold. There was snow on the ground.
Yeah. That's a awful time to go there.
Well, of course you're gonna hate the beach if you go during snow, bro. I'm saying like if you go with like good people, you have a good time, you like activities and stuff. Of course you're gonna have a good time. But if you just go with like regular people, I don't even know what that means. But like,
you calling my family regular people?
No, don't even start with that. No,
so
you know
not invited to the next holiday get together.
Not invited to the Boyle family holidays.
See, okay, here's the thing. It depends on one, when you're going, and two, who you're going with. It could be either really good or really bad.
So I'm planning. I want to go to Florida this upcoming. I know it was just Christmas. I want to go this upcoming Christmas. Not for Christmas, but like I went once in like February or like January, February when I was probably 10.
To the beach.
Loved it.
I went down to Orlando around the same age.
I was wearing a hoodie on the beach in shorts, and it was comfortable enough.
That's a vibe.
But I wasn't just sweating. I hate just the sweating and how uncomfortable you get.
Florida's good for that too.
Bro, yeah. It's not just you that's sweating though. It's everybody. It's hot out there.
So
it's like
ask me how that's enjoyable. I don't like sweating.
When you say it like that,
tell me about it.
Sure. It's not enjoyable.
Nate sweats more than most people that I know.
I'm sweating right now.
It's fine.
When you put it like that, nobody wants to go to the beach, but like everybody's there with you. You're just trying to have a good time.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, next hot take. Who wants to rip?
Nate, you go ahead.
Water has taste.
Depends.
Absolutely.
If you drink a lot of water, you will understand. Water has taste.
Especially different brands of water bottles.
Yes.
Because
And like different areas too. Like sometimes the water is a little more like milkier and just like
hold on. You described water
again.
as milky.
Say
it
that
can
again, but
be.
slowly.
Yeah.
No. Milky is not an adjective for water. I don't even know if adjective was the right word to use. Not the right describing word for
It's
water.
the only way I can describe it for some
Milky.
places I've had water from.
Milky.
That's the nastiest water you could ever describe.
Milky water.
It's called Purdue water.
It's called skim milk.
Dude, listen, Purdue water is so
Basically.
dookie over here. It's just sad at this point. It is so bad.
I like to think that I'm fairly brave. I will drink tap water at just about any place that I go to. I'll try it.
Well, no, I mean, I drink Purdue water because I have to. I'm not gonna go buy water every single time.
No.
It's just not. It's not an enjoyable experience. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Over Christmas when I was working, instead of drinking from the tap for whatever reason, we had like one of those big 5-gallon water jugs that was flipped over into, it was like a water bubbler. The water out of those things is terrible. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for saying this. It is the driest water I've ever drank. I don't know if that makes sense, but like when you drink it, it doesn't
Quench your thirst.
It doesn't quench your thirst. It doesn't fix the feeling in your mouth. It makes it worse. Just like Dasani. Dasani water is literally, there's chemicals in it to make you thirstier when you drink it.
Bro, you do realize that Dasani water is literally sewer water, right? And there's a bunch of lawsuits against them right now.
I'm not surprised. It tastes like sewer water.
No, that's actually like a thing. I don't even see where I work at. I'm not like, if you know where I work, you know where I work, but I'm just not gonna say it now, like for certain purposes. But they sell Dasani water, and I don't know why they keep doing that.
Yeah.
And I feel just disgusted and sad for the people buying it because it goes like out fast. Like people are still getting it. I was like,
I don't understand how people enjoy that.
Yeah.
All right, Talal, you go.
All right. Spotify is better than Apple Music.
I agree.
Good. I'm glad.
Here's the thing. I had Apple Music for probably 3 years, and I just switched to Spotify in April or May. Loving it. I love it.
I feel it's just easier to use. You know what I mean?
Nothing is
just like it
easier
better.
than just in your library, in your queue.
Exactly.
So it's so user friendly, and you click on the 3 dots, you can see the artist, you can see the album, you can share it.
Exactly.
Love it.
Yeah, like I got a free trial for Apple Music, and I was like, why not? And I tried it. I could not even navigate through, bro. I was like, yeah, this is just confusing.
It's not easy to use.
Yeah, it's just confusing. So I just left. You haven't said anything for a while. What do you think?
Yeah, I was muted whenever I was agreeing. I'm a big Spotify guy. I've had it for a couple years now.
Nice.
I used to use Apple Music like back through high school and stuff. I didn't really use Spotify. I never used it before. I was a big like SoundCloud and Apple Music kind of person.
You were huge. Like you had like whatever SoundCloud Premium. You had that.
SoundCloud was the biggest one I used. And then I started using Spotify. I love it. It's so much better because I didn't get into Apple Music enough, but is there a package to where you can just listen to any song you want, or do you have to buy the songs?
No, there's no free version of Apple Music.
Yeah.
I'm not saying free version. I'm saying, is there like a premium thing you can do without having to buy every song you want to add to your library?
I don't think you know. So Apple Music is like Spotify Premium in the way that you just add things to your library and you can listen to them.
That's what I wasn't sure. I never
all the
got
music's
that far
available.
into it.
All the music's available. You don't need to buy anything. You just subscribe to it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The way I used it is I downloaded the songs and just added them to the device. I never actually
Bro, those were back in the days when like with iTunes and everything.
Yeah.
Man. And you have to look for like the album cover if you want to like add it. This is crazy.
The first song I ever bought was EXO Tour Life by Lil Uzi Vert. It's the first one I ever bought.
It's a good one.
I never bought a song ever.
Yeah, me either.
I bought like maybe 6.
Yeah, I never bought a song because it's just there. So I was like, why would I buy it if I could just find it?
I
Yeah.
didn't have any premium anything, so I couldn't.
Yeah, that's fair. Mike, back to you.
All right.
What's a hot take?
I very strongly I restart. I feel very strongly about this.
Mm.
Nacho cheese Doritos are better than Cool Ranch Doritos. And I will die on that claim.
I think they're better with sandwiches. But if I'm eating Doritos by themselves, I gotta go with Cool Ranch. That's just my thing.
I just really don't like the flavor of Cool Ranch Doritos. I can't rock with it.
The nacho cheese, it's like it's too much, like that's a lot of cheesy flavor,
Yeah.
I don't like that much like cheese, that's what happens when you eat it, but I don't like it. I want just like a subtle hint of flavor. I don't like all that. Anyways, that was I try to describe it, what I felt when I ate.
Also,
Anyways.
have you looked at a Cool Ranch Dorito up close? Because I just did recently. It's like glitter, like red and blue and green glitter
That's the
on the
seasoning, bro.
Doritos. I know, but I never looked at them up close. It literally looks like you took a plain Dorito and just dipped it in some glitter and shook it off.
That's seasoning, bro.
But okay, how do you not look at it close? I mean, you're sticking it right here. Your eyes are right here. I mean, that's
I ate Cool Ranch
an inch of
Doritos
difference.
like I ate them like 2 weeks ago for the first time in years because I found this hot take and I was like, okay, I need to try them so that I can reform my opinion on them. My opinion still stands.
Fair enough.
I
Right.
respectfully disagree, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's valid. I mean, I understand because the nacho ones it is a lot of flavor.
The
Yeah,
nacho
some-
ones are
some-
just
overwhelming.
OG.
It like slaps you in
exactly.
the face with a lot of cheese.
Nacho Doritos remind me of just a pool day. Like a day that you go to the pool and it's hot, you get out of the pool
Bro,
and you're just
listen.
munching down on Doritos.
When you get out of the pool, why are you so hungry? Like I could eat anything in front of me. It's
Dude,
insane.
It's ham and cheese sandwiches and nacho cheese Doritos.
But it hits like it tastes
It
different,
does.
bro.
It does.
hits different. It's
That
not the
might be
same.
why I like the nacho cheese Doritos so much.
Yeah, no. See, if it was there at that time, I'd totally eat it. But like by itself, I'd probably not. But I
That's
totally
valid.
get where you're coming from for like pool day.
Yeah.
Happiness is a mindset.
I wasn't expecting to get deep.
But isn't every emotion a mindset?
Whoa.
If you think about it that way.
So I've had a lot of people, because I've said this before, and a lot of people disagree with me. And I think happiness is a mindset because, like, and this is how I got like out of depression and stuff like that. And this is how I live every day is you choose to, like, the external things that go on, you choose what affects you ultimately and how you let it affect you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's similar to the mindset of you make your bed in the day, so you start off with like an accomplishment in the beginning of your day. It's like you psych yourself into success.
And so I think it's purely a mindset kind of thing. If you have that strong kind of mindset and continuously give yourself like positive affirmation and stuff like that, it really is, you can flip that switch and you will be happy.
I just find it funny
Comes up to
whenever
you.
someone talks about like making the bed as an accomplishment, because bro, the household I grew up in, making a bed is a requirement.
Yeah.
You will
Same.
face consequences if you don't make
That
your
one
bed, bro.
that one was never a requirement for me. Like there were periods where it was, but I
No,
don't
bro,
know.
every day, bro. If you like at this point, it's just hardwired in my brain. Like I have to make it, or else I can't move on. Yeah.
Yeah. Talal, on to you. Hot take.
Oh, all right. I don't agree with this, but like I'm just reading what's like in front of me. Someone said corn belongs on pizza.
I think whoever said that needs to never, come within a mile of a pizza again in their life. They don't deserve it.
Well, now it depends
Oh
because
my.
listen,
Nate,
listen,
Nate,
listen,
Nate.
listen. I'm not necessarily agreeing with it, but
I'm
what I
trying
am
so
saying
hard.
is there's so many different styles of pizza that you can make. If you have like a Southwest or like a Fiesta style pizza, I can see that belonging there, right? Because it fits the theme. But just like your average pizza, absolutely not.
Okay, I'm gonna follow up with my next one and we can discuss at the same time. Pineapple on pizza. I agree.
No,
Yes,
no,
yes,
no,
yes,
no, no,
yes.
no,
You're
I think
wrong.
it's delicious.
Yes.
no, no. You're wrong. No,
How can my opinion be wrong?
no.
What I'm
Okay, don't. When you word it like that, you make me seem like the antagonist. I'm not. I'm saying like
mind
it
games,
shouldn't.
bro.
No,
I
no.
love how every time we try we try to set Talal up and Talal shoots it down every single time. He sees through it immediately. So
No,
funny.
no,
He's
no, bro.
getting too
Like,
used to
but
us.
I tried it. That's the thing. I'm not saying no just
Oh,
cause. Like, I actually tried it.
all right.
Okay,
That's
No,
respectable then.
because there's
like,
so many people that say no
no,
that
no. I
haven't even
know.
tried it.
Just because, like, it's like a trend to say no to pineapple on pizza. No, I was like, okay, let me actually try it, and I tried it. No, I'm sorry, I
I
can't do it.
like it. I do.
I do
You know,
too. I
it was just a weird mix of flavors because you have like the pizza, and it's like a sweetness suddenly hits you, and it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird.
so there's a difference. I don't particularly like Hawaiian pizza because I don't like ham that way.
Hmm.
I don't
But
mind it.
if it's bacon instead of ham or pepperoni, I rock with it. It's really good.
I don't know.
It makes it more savory that way, I guess.
I never really
Mhm.
liked it. I never really liked it.
I know a lot of people are very opinionated on it, but obviously Talal is. All right, Nate, on to you if you have another one.
Um,
Okay,
the
I'll find
pen
another
is
one.
mightier than the sword.
No, that doesn't count.
Nate, okay. See, you got a 2 minute timeout right now. You just
Yeah, hold on.
he said a pen.
Nate's in timeout. I muted Nate. All right. I
Next time,
think
think before you say a pen is mightier than the sword, Nate. What was that?
I'm
What
gonna
was that?
sub in for Nate here. I think
All right,
that
go for it.
turkey is only good on Thanksgiving. Like cooking a turkey like that and
Oh, so like
slicing
an
it.
entire like
Yes, like a
okay.
roast turkey, I think is
Yeah, yeah,
only good
yeah.
on
That's
Thanksgiving.
fair.
But like turkey lunch meat, like I'll eat it all day. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I
I
can
Am I
see
can't.
that.
still? Okay, no, I'm
No,
okay.
you're good.
No, you're good.
I clicked the button, but I couldn't tell my box wasn't lighting up, so I was like, "Am I
You
still
broke
muted?"
you broke out of jail.
No, I can see where you're coming from, yeah. And I'd agree, to be honest. Because like if I eat like a turkey just like that on a regular day, it's not gonna hit the same.
No.
I don't know. It's just, I know it's something just like in our minds, but like it's not gonna hit the same.
Mm-mm. Turkey, the thing that adds to the turkey is having the stuffing and the mashed potatoes and everything that
Hmm.
constitutes a really good Thanksgiving meal.
In my opinion, it's not the turkey that makes the dinner, it's all like the side dishes around it.
Absolutely.
So it just hits on another level, man.
I've never eaten Thanksgiving dinner and turkey has never been
It's not the staple
yes, it's
of it.
not the
Yes,
best thing
yeah,
on my
yeah.
plate.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Absolutely.
Talal, you got another one?
I want to give Nate another chance. You got one, Nate?
See, I was hoping you would go because I had something in my mind and I just completely forgot. Oh, I know what it is. You shouldn't wear a hat if you're sitting down to eat a meal.
Ooh.
If you're sitting down, now if it's inside at like a restaurant or like your home at dinner or something like that, you should not be wearing a hat whenever you sit down and eat.
Interesting.
Very, very gentlemanly thing
I
of you to say.
Yeah.
I think it's just a very like it's a courtesy thing. Yeah, I just don't think you should do it.
Yeah. The only reason that I do sometimes is if I've been wearing the hat all day, I
Yeah,
have the worst hat hair on the planet. So I will sit there and you would rather that I'm wearing the hat. than take it off out of respect.
But
I've
like,
done
and
that a couple
also
times. Yeah.
building off of what Mike said, like sometimes you just forget you're wearing it. So, like when you're
Yeah.
wearing it since like the morning, you don't even realize you just have it on. It's kind of just you're just walking around with it. But no, I can see your point actually. I
Yeah.
can see your point. You got what they have manners. You got what they call manners. So good, good on you. What a comeback.
Thank you. I tend to have great ones.
You were so close to a timeout right there.
Yeah.
You
I
were
know,
so
and
you were like borderline.
I was pushing the limits just because I could.
Yep. You were close.
Here's a good one.
I'm gonna
Boneless
need to
wings
get
are
a.
just flavored saucy chicken nuggets.
Mm.
What do you guys think on that one?
I need to get a green screen to put myself in bars every time you guys put me in timeout. I'm gonna need to do that.
That's a good idea.
Just a side note.
Or no,
That's a good idea.
when you edit the episode, put bars over yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but boneless wings, I like going somewhere like Buffalo Wild Wings. I prefer boneless.
Yes.
hmm
Regular wing
Absolutely.
places, I'm getting regular wings, but I agree that boneless wings are just sauced up nugs.
I'm telling you what, I'd almost prefer boneless wings.
Yeah, it depends because some
just-
places
They're a
it's
lot
like
easier to dip. They're not as messy if you're dipping them in a ranch or something like that. I just feel like they're much nicer to eat.
But if
You
you're
can-
going to like a proper wing place that's
Yeah.
like
I'm gonna get
famous for their
boneless.
wings, you gotta get boneless.
I still would, probably.
Nah, I'd go authentic, bro. I'd go like bone in. Just go
It
ham on that.
depends.
I agree with you
You
too.
would go bone in.
Yeah, I was about to do the motion. It would look wrong, but yeah, it is.
All
right.
Yeah.
Nate,
Yeah,
you're going back in jail. You're going back in jail, Nate. Goodbye.
This is tough.
Deserved that
That's
one.
tough. That's second one right there.
Second jail time of the night.
That's tough.
Here's one, and I'm not sure where you guys are going to sit on this. I think sprinkles are completely pointless. Like they only add just it. I refer to it as pizzazz. They just add some pizzazz to your ice cream. They don't.
I don't think they have a real use on stuff. I think it's just
Yeah.
nice. It's just more of a feeling, if that
It's like
makes sense.
it's like a garnish for desserts.
Yeah.
I know some people though that will ask for a cup of sprinkles
No.
No,
with
bro,
an ice
no,
cream
never.
cone, and then they dip it into
So-
the.
No,
Here-
you
here's
will
when I-
sprinkles.
never. You
Here's
will
when I
never see me
like
do that.
sprinkles. I used to do this all the time at hotels before like a big track meet. You get a hot plate of waffles and stuff, and it just melts into them and the whipped cream and stuff. That's
Dude, that
You know,
sounds so good.
I would knock you for that one, but it does sound pretty good.
No,
'Cause
no, that sounds
sprinkles
good.
and
That sounds
waffles off the rip sounds weird, but it.
good. Yeah.
I'm
No, the way he
hungry.
described it, the way he does. Listen about that. You're not gonna believe this. So what? This was like a month
boy.
ago.
I would believe it.
I tried chicken and waffles for the first time in my life.
Really?
Yes.
I just tried it a couple months ago too.
Really, dude, it's
Yeah.
so good.
It
It is
is.
so good.
It bangs.
I was like, what was I missing out on? It is so good. It was
So
insane.
You know what?
my favorite chicken and waffles. My mom will chuckle hearing this because she got it for me. I was in Disney with my mom and one of my uncles and some of my cousins a couple years ago, and I had lunch, but it was like 2:00, and you're walking around all the time. You need constant fuel at Disney
Oh yeah.
so that you don't just get mad. I was very mad just for existing. So my mom got me chicken and waffles, and it was spicy. It was spicy chicken with a nice waffle and some
Yeah.
syrup and
Yeah.
some coleslaw on there. I'm so hungry right now. It's one of the best things I have ever eaten in my life.
That
I
sounds
tell
good.
you, I tell you what. I had the chicken and waffles for the first time a few months ago, and I liked it so much. I ate it for lunch as well, and I repeated that for the next like 3-4 days. Like,
Wow, you went all out.
I was just a walking waffle and chicken, basically.
That wasn't even that funny, bro.
I don't know why you're laughing so much.
It's
don't
not
either.
funny. That's the problem. It's just
You're saying it's not funny, but you're hysterically
I don't know why, bro. It's just oh man, that's so dumb. Anyway, um, is it my turn? Is it Nate? Whose turn is it? I think it's Nate's turn.
It's Nate's turn. I need
Yeah. All
sprinkles.
right, Nate.
I got nothing. I really don't.
Dang, bro.
I guess. Well, no, I don't know.
T, do you have another one?
Give me a sec, okay? Give me a sec.
One.
Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. I completely agree with this one. Okay. I'm gonna read exactly what it says. Water isn't wet because the term wet is used as an adjective to describe when something has water on it. Water
Can
is
we put
already
him in
water.
timeout?
So you
Hold
can't
on.
say that water has water on it.
Water is not wet. I agree with him.
See? See?
So here's how timeout works. If I disagree with it because I'm hosting the meeting, I'm putting you in timeout.
Well, here's the thing. Based on the same concept, nothing is ever solid because it's in a state of vibration. It's always in a state of moving.
But the state of vibration is so insignificant. It is so insignificant that you will never notice it.
So is the same concept of what you just said.
Well, no, because like if I have a cup of water, right? The water itself is not wet. The glass is wet, but the water it's not wet because water is already water.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So
So
if I get
if
a
you
cup of
go into
water,
a shower or you go into a
yes.
pool, are you wet?
No, you are wet. The water is not wet.
But wouldn't it be the same if water is giving the state of something being wet?
Yeah.
Where does that come from then if the water itself is not wet?
The water in of itself is not wet. But if water gets on something, that something becomes wet. Water is just water. Like it's already water. Like I don't know how else
But
it's
through
bro, it's just water.
contact, something else becomes wet.
Exactly.
So how does that become wet? Something if that something itself is not wet, does that mean it's dry? Does that mean water is dry?
No, water is water.
That's all I'm hearing. I just keep hearing wet, 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 wet.
So if water
do you
touches
understand?
something, does it become moist? So how does something become moist?
Do not. You're so Nate. Don't make me do it.
Time out. Time out.
All right.
Don't ever say that again. Listen, I'm gonna explain again. So let's say I have a cup of water, right? That water is not wet. But if I take some of that water and put it on like the table, oh, the table's now wet. But the water in of itself, like the actual water, is not wet because water is water. Water cannot be wet. It can make things wet, but not in of itself be wet. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but what's a property, right? In this sense, for the sake of your argument, wet becomes a property, right? It becomes a defining term to something.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So if water itself is not wet,
it's just water, bro. You can't describe
I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm just arguing with you for the sake of arguing about it.
Okay.
If water itself is water, it is not wet.
Cool.
Then how does through contact does it make something else wet?
Because that's
what water does.
Something special to make it wet?
No, bro. It's just, wet. That's it. That's all that happens. It's not like something special. Like you take some water, put it on something, that something's wet. The water by itself is not wet.
But then wouldn't water in itself as a collective be just one constant flow state of wet?
No, bro, because you're just like, listen. Why are we going around in a circle? Water is just like, it's not wet, bro. And it's not dry. It's just water. Like water is water, but you put water on something else, that something else becomes wet.
Water is not a property, though. It's not a defining term. It's just a name for a liquid, H2O. So by saying water is water, that does not make sense. Talal is Talal.
Nathan, listen,
Okay.
listen.
And that's
Yeah,
it. There's
I
nothing
am me.
special about
That's
him.
great.
This is still
Well,
going
I
on.
hope I'm still me. Listen, water cannot be defined as wet or dry or whatever.
Why not?
It's just the thing that it is. How can water be wet, bro?
Because it makes everything else wet.
That's the thing. It makes stuff wet, but water itself is not wet.
But it's coming in contact with it, Talal. So if it's coming in
So the thing that it
contact,
comes in
there has
contact
to be
with
something
becomes wet.
already wet to make that dry thing wet.
Mike, can you just be
Through
the
the
decider here?
power of physical contact,
Yes.
it does not make sense for something to not be wet to go touch something dry and make it wet.
I never said it's dry.
I'm not saying water is dry. I'm
What?
saying the surface or something that it is coming in contact with
Uh-huh.
before water touches it is dry.
Okay, let me
Water
ask you
comes
something.
and touches it,
Let
makes it wet.
let me ask you something. Let me ask you something.
You got
I
30
take
seconds.
I take that pen that you were just holding and I dip it in water. What is that pen now? It is wet, right?
What, in the ink inside of it already make it wet though?
Sir, the pen. Don't go deep about this. The pen is now wet because I dipped it in water. Am I right? It's just simple yes or no, bro. Am I right? Swear to God, I feel like I'm talking to my brothers right now. It's just yes or no.
I think you're just talking to a brick wall. I don't.
At this point, he's talking
Nate's
to himself.
I'm done. You know what? You win. You're right. Can we just move on? I can't with this.
Mike, you have another hot take?
Water's not wet.
I think you're both stupid. How's that?
Now, I don't know about that.
I don't have anything else
Respectfully
that can.
disagree.
That I don't.
Water's not wet. Water
I-
is not wet.
I also do not think that water is wet,
Thank you, Mike.
but I'm
I
not
appreciate
gonna.
you.
I'm not gonna go super in depth into it because that was an easy 5-minute argument that I just.
You know what? Okay,
I
for
laughed.
those watching, please comment below if you think water is wet or not.
See, that's
to hear
true.
it.
Nobody's going to comment.
Just I know, but just for the sake of it. Just
Here,
do.
Mike's question.
There you
What's
go.
your favorite? What's your favorite brand of water to drink? And do you think water is wet?
It's not. I really don't think it is. You know what? I think this is a good place to stop,
I do too.
honestly. But like water is not wet, Nate. I'm just
It
gonna
has
say
the
that much.
property of being wet. It's
Shut up.
wet.
It can make other things wet.
I'm
but-
going to.
I
I'm
will
going to
put both
actually-
of you in jail.
Listen, hear me out. I'm going to actually research this. I will actually take the time out of my day and write an essay about this. I will come up with a thesis.
I can
Prove you
too.
wrong.
I can a whole thing. Okay, fine.
The LTC
Fine.
debate.
I'll write a
Do
whole
it.
book about it.
Fine.
You
Fine.
won't.
You're gonna
I
call
will
it
write
water,
a whole book
huh?
about it.
Fine. Sure. Do
Fourth key to success.
it. Water is wet.
No, hold on. Here it is. Here, it's Nate's key to failure: believing that water is wet.
You know what? You do that, Nate. I want you to go ahead and do that. And you're
Here's
gonna slowly
what I'll do.
realize.
Here's what I'll do.
Okay.
If I find evidence to suggest that I am wrong in my research, in the next episode, I will admit it and apologize.
Next episode, we will have a very, very short debate on whether water is actually wet or if it is not wet.
Okay, fine. I'll make some.
Very short, and I'm gonna mediate, as I know that I am opinionated on it. I'm only gonna mediate as
I trust
a
you.
means of putting both of them in jail if need be.
That's fine. I agree. I agree to that. Let's do it.
I think that's a good place to end it.
Let's
Look
do it.
forward to the water is wet, the continuation of the water is wet debate in the next episode of the LTC podcast, A New Perspective. Thank you guys for listening, watching, whatever you do.
Oh, sure.
We will see you later. Take care. Peace.
See ya.